So we went out and we caught some panfish today, some crappie. Hannah, Samantha, and I. And we had 13 of them, by the way. So we had a few nice ones. We had some that were just legal keepers, but everything legal. So we're going to take our Bubba fillet knife. Now, you may or may not know, Bubba fillet knife is cordless, and I really like this fillet knife. The only problem with it is that they have really aggressive blades that come with it, and that's fine for some meats. Not so good for crappie. They're just a little too aggressive. So they sell an additional blade that has finer teeth in it. So that's what we have here. So we've got those, and that's what we're going to use for crappie. So you don't want a really aggressive blade. Big crappie. Okay, so I'm not saying that my way is the only way to fillet. This is just how I learned to do it, so I'll pass it along to everybody here. I go right here to this dorsal fin, and that's where I'm going to start. And then I try to get as close to the top of the gill. You can see there's kind of a little deal on all of them that kind of goes right here. And then what I'm going to do is whenever I start, I'm going to go down and get as much of the head, and I'm going to cut back like that. Now, what you probably can't tell is that I felt that I hit the spine right there. That is the crucial point. When you feel that, you've got to stop sawing down. You can't put any more down pressure. That's whenever you've got to make the turn with the blade. And you got to keep it flat, and I'm going to go right through. Now I'm cutting through all the rib bones. You can see I'm really close to the dorsal fin, and then you want to stop just shy of the tail like that. Flop it over. There's the rib bones I was cutting through. Then pretty much it right there.
That's
that easy. I usually do the fish. I usually do several before I take the rib bones out, and I just flip it over. Just kind of fold that other piece of skin back. This side, you're going to start at the top. So I'm going to start here, get down. Okay, I felt I just cut to the, there's the spine again. So now I got to make the turn, just like that. Now here's where you might run into a little bit, but you can just take that knife, get that started to where you get that bottom fin cleared. And you're going to keep the blade. I did not keep my blade very flat right there. I let it ride, and that was a bad deal. But I got it back down on the spine again. Flip it over. And mash that down. So you can see it leaves no meat on the skin, and literally not much left on that. But there's the spine I was talking about right there. You got to be careful. If you cut through that on the initial down cut, it makes for a mess. Then you don't have any place to hold the fish, and it makes it hard to get it from that point to get a flat cut and to salvage as much meat as possible. Now, when you derib it, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. Again, this is the way that I do it. Feel free to do it however. I like to lift up on the ribs as I'm cutting them out. So you can see them all right here. Okay. And that's just the belly lining there. So take it, and I'm just going to keep my blade again at a slight angle and try to run up underneath, and I'm going to kind of lift. Once I start, once it goes like that, I'm going to get this, and then I'm going to run that out. Now this is actually just meat. It gives you, that way you got nothing but rib left. Okay, but when you lift up on them like that, it cuts that rib bone right there. So you have a little bit of bone left right there. Now what I do is, you can do it with an electric knife. I prefer to do it with I have a fillet knife, and actually I soak them overnight in water and they get firmer, and it's way easier to do than what it is whenever they're fresh and pliable like this. So what you do is just take that knife, you can see it's just a real thin line, and I'll just go right here like that. And then I come back here where I started my cut, and I take that out, and that way there's no bones in that fillet whatsoever, but there's just a few of the real fine ones right here. Now on a lot of the smaller fish, those will actually fry out, but on the larger fish they won't. But this fillet will actually get a lot firmer, it'll turn white, and it'll be a lot easier to get like this little, what I call pickings off of here, once it's soaked overnight. No blood's gone out of it. So typically what I do is I don't use this during this initial filleting process. I just, again,